tuning in.
Hey y'all. What's up? What's up? I'm like texting and trying to let the people know I'm in here. I was a little late because um I had some meetings run over, so I'm sorry y'all. Let's give people a little bit of time to get in here. I don't like that I can't hear myself. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Get in here, get in here, get in here. Ooh. Oh, okay, okay, y'all. Okay, I just don't like to talk to myself. I take the few of y'all in here. I'll take the few of y'all in here. Um, why that got right there? How that got right there? Let me share the link with the people who I said I was coming in on. Whew. Y'all, it's a lot going on. Yeah, give me some likes. Come in the comments. Let me know if y'all can hear me because I can't hear. I'm gonna have to put my headphones on. Hey, Terry. Hey, boo. I can't hear myself, and it's really bothering me and my homegirls. It's really bothering me that I can't hear myself. So I'm gonna go real radio on y'all. Let me go radio on y'all since I got this equipment. I got this equipment. Hey, hey, what's up, Reginald? Hey, hey, hey. I appreciate you. Hey, Ma. Hey, what's up? Let me put y'all comments on the screen so the people know that I'm not talking to myself. It's giving real radio tease. It's giving. I like talking on this little mic. I gotta hear myself. Can y'all hear me good? Is it good? Is the audio good? Hey, Reginald. Hey, Ma. Y'all, we got so much to talk about in so little time. Yeah, so what I wanna we could hop into it and hopefully I get some of y'all on the replay game. Tamila, girl, I totally forgot to hit you up. You wanna hop in? You wanna hop in, girl? Let me put the whoever wanna come in and talk, they talk. I'm finna put the thing right in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. Hey, Auntie Ten. Hey. What's up, y'all? Thank y'all for rocking with me for another episode of the Can We Talk podcast. But this is a special edition. Y'all know sometimes I just like to come in here and go live. So we finna get right into it because I'm fresh off an interview that's going to drop maybe sometime next week with Mayor Rodney Harris. And we did a candidate interview, right? And he was breaking down a lot of the things that he's done as mayor and how he wants to improve the city. And during the interview, I asked him about Copa America. Dun dun dun. Let me I gotta let me pull up some of this. Let me pull up some of this Copa. Let me pull up some of the Copa that was going on at the Copa. Um Craziness, madness, stuff I've never seen before in my life. Okay. The destruction and devastation at that place, like really, like for real. I've never seen anything like that. Oh yeah, yeah. Let me know if you need the link, Tammy Tam. Um, and Ernisha had a real good comment on my post. But I want to show y'all just so we could have some context of what Copa America did to Miami Gardens. These people came here for a soccer game. Oh, I sound racist, don't I? I don't want to say these people, the Colombians and what it was. Tamila, the link is in the chat. You don't see it? It's in the chat. I try to, I'm live. So, and I actually really got like less than 30 minutes to do this because I got to do an interview with the Miami Foundation doing another candidate spotlight. So I may have to split this up into two parts. So this part one. How about that? And I'll come back on later tonight to do the rest of the topics because I want to let this burn. I want to let this sit in our pause. Yes, damn shame, Tangela. Damn shame what they did to you remember on Coming to America, there's like damn shame what they did to that dog. Damn shame what they did to that escalator. Look at this. At this mess. And y'all, please forgive me if I sound like Funky Dineva. I consume so much of his content that I feel like I'm becoming him. but that's just be copying is just be flattering. Like I have a thing with my personality where if I'm around somebody a lot, or if I consume something, um, I'll Tamila, it's on the Facebook and the YouTube. I am live. You want me to stop and send you an email? Is that what you're asking me to do, Tamila? It's literally in the comments. I don't send it 3 times. All right. So we are talking about Copa America. And so everybody, there was a soccer game. I think it was Colombia versus Venezuela. Don't quote me because I'm not a sports person. I wasn't following like that, except for what I seen on social media. And here's the true tea. We all could talk about the fans and everything that was happening, but the the thing that was really the issue, and we're gonna talk about this from a Black Miami Gardens residents perspective, is the fact that these people did this. First of all, as a resident, and I won't say resident, but as a somebody from Miami Gardens, um, to see this is very, very heartbreaking. Like, I felt personally offended. Oh, it was Argentina, Chuck? Okay, Charles. Okay, thank you. Argentina and Colombia. So, as a Miami Gardens resident, I felt personally offended to see some of this mayhem. It's like, how y'all gonna come in now? That's our thing. That's like it felt like somebody came to my mama house or my grandma house and like just tore the thing up. And it was a guest that we invited in, and they just tore up her bathroom and tore up her guest room. It's like, you don't the disrespect. Is this how y'all do it in Colombia and Argentina? Y'all break y'all stuff. Y'all go through the vents. Y'all look at this. I was telling my fiance about the vent situation. He did not believe me at all. I can't even find the video, y'all. Is it this? Here it go. Here it go. Y'all see it? Let me see if it's on the screen. I've never seen nothing like this in my life, right? And so the thing that needs to be talked about is the fact that a lot of Miami Gardens residents and Black people as a whole, like Black Miamians, felt like the treatment that these people were given was way more civil than the treatment would have been given if it was us. Where my hand at? If it was us. And so, even though Latinx, Hispanic people have their own issues, racial issues and ethnic issues within the greater system of like white supremacy. We have to the thing is in Miami, we know that there is a hierarchy when it comes to power, economics, all the things when it comes to Black people and Spanish people. And so the thing that people are, I'ma just say it. The people felt like because they were Spanish, they got a pat on the wrist and a pat on the back. And if it was Black people doing the same exact thing, it would have been bodies shot all through there. All type of people, bodies laid out, busted out. It would have looked like a 1960s civil rights march. That's what the people feel like. And honestly, watching this, I was in shock too. I was like, I don't think it would have been this if it was us in here like this. And I think that's a real conversation to have. And I get it. The city of Miami Gardens, hey, friend. We talk about Copa America. Let me put it on the screen. We talking about this, all the stuff that happened. If you just tuning in, we're talking about the things and destruction that happened at Hard Rock Stadium this past weekend for Copa America, a soccer game. And so the thing is, people are feeling like if it was us, like why we wouldn't get that same treatment. We wouldn't be able to just, have the police just, do their job properly and properly arrest us, because here's a T, people got arrested. Don't think the ones that got caught, they got arrested. But it was the humane treatment that we saw that the police are capable of doing, that we feel like as a Black community we don't always get that fair treatment. We don't always get the benefit of the doubt that you're just of, as they were saying, passionate fans. And even people, and this is why I love the educated people right where we are right now, because a lot of people were like, they were noticing in the media that they were calling them passionate fans. They was calling them passionate fans and not thugs or hoodlums or people. Like, it was very neatly and a little, nice, and how they even reported this, and Black people were calling that out. I was like, they get to be passionate fans, but we would have been thugs. We would have had all type of negative things that would have been said about us. And I'm loving the comments, and because that's just a real thing. Never get that kind of treatment. And even to take it even a step further, in Miami Gardens, somebody I saw a post that said you can't even have an ice cream truck in Miami Gardens without getting a ticket and a fine. But these people is out here roasting whole pigs on the sidewalk by the Hard Rock. And I said, "Ooh, I, I mean, I mean, I mean, they not wrong. They not wrong. We all know about, you know, muted myself, child. Look at me trying to get the y'all work with me as I try to figure out this this micro this microphone situation. But we all know that okay, so Miami Gardens, I think they passed this ordinance where you cannot like you have to have a permit and certain permissions to be able to sell food or cook food or do things in a public setting. And so people felt like, well, how are they able to come into our city and do these things? And I wish I could find a lady, what was it, Miami Gardens now? Because she had actually a video. She had a video of her driving through. Yeah, here it is. She had a video of her driving through Miami Gardens before before the storm, you know, and then you could see a lot of the you could see a lot of the people on the sidewalk. So there you go. Good. When it comes to soccer, especially champion games, they come going crazy, but I agree with the police situation is crazy. Yes, definitely. Like it's a clear double standard. Like we gotta call a spade a spade. If it's black, it's black. If it's blue, it's blue. Like you can't tell me I can't see blue when you tell me it's green. Like that is a whole issue within itself that we need to address within our community of why is it that certain people get certain treatment and others don't. Here's the thing: the next time I see a Rolling Loud, and the next time I see a bigger event where there's a predominantly black audience, I want that same treatment. Here's the thing, though: we know we not even finna be doing nothing like this. Let's just talk about that. We not finna come and dog out our venue like this. Okay, so we wouldn't even see this type of treatment of the people of the Hard Rock Stadium, but just in general, police, can you just handcuff us? Do we have to be body slammed? Do we? Because you shown us that you don't have to do that. And yes, we not even finna make this a George Floyd or New York City thing. We're talking about police here in Miami-Dade County in South Florida. We're talking about how you treat us here in this area. You've shown us that you know how to treat us correctly because we've seen you do it with our Colombian and Venezuelan brothers and sisters. So can you give us that same respect? You know, don't put your knee in our back. Don't body slam us. Don't tase us. Don't shoot us because you think we got a gun. You've shown us that when you seen an unruly person, you could properly handcuff them. That's all we asking for is fair treatment, okay? Fair treatment. Tamila, I am so mad at you that you could not figure out where this where that link was at for the thing because I wanted some of y'all. If you look back in some of the comments, I put it in the chat. Like if somebody wanted to come on and just share what they had to say about the situation with Copa America, I wanted to extend the platform. So again, I'm putting the link in the chat. If somebody is bold enough to come talk, they talk because Hollow News is for the people. This is for the community. We all here sharing and trying to figure out how to make the best community as possible. And so for me, oh, so Mayor Harris told me on the record that he was like, I wanted to be known. Girl, how you don't see it? I don't know what platform you're watching on. If you're on YouTube, it's definitely in that chat. And if you're on the High Low News Facebook page, not my personal page, it is there. So but Mayor Harris said that he said that him on the record, he don't condone it. He did not like it. And he said that he is putting things in place right now to alleviate that for future major events happening at Hard Rock Stadium. So he said that there was a breakdown in communication where that certain agencies, like police agencies, weren't. Oh, okay, okay. Well, the link is in the chat. Y'all gotta I would say go to Hollow News Facebook page and go to our YouTube page. That is where it is. Look, I'm looking at that's the StreamYard link for our guests. But back to what Mayor Harris said, he was saying that Miami Gardens police have a way of how they operate. And so they were saying that the different agencies weren't they didn't have like a meeting or a meeting of the minds. Like there was there was a communication breakdown. And not saying that they didn't meet, but it was just like when it came to how to handle that, there was a communication breakdown. So he said moving forward, he's like, that can't happen again. He was like, so now they want to implement a system and way that they could work with all the agencies so they're on one accord. And he's like, look, we've had major events in Miami Gardens. We have not seen this. I also think that it goes to uh the fact of maybe a cultural thing where maybe that is okay in different countries or different areas, and that certain expectations maybe need to be set ahead of time, maybe at the ticket purchasing a window, or like maybe there's something that people can say like, hey, when you come in, these are the rules or regulations, blah blah blah. Like something has to be done where people can understand that this is not how it's going to operate, and there are going to be consequences for it. They all showed up for off-duty work, but didn't expect to really have work. Ooh, that's a good one now. Deron, hey Deron, I'll just hey friend. That's a good one. So we need more training. Also, too, I spoke to Councilman Reggie Leon from Miami Gardens. He said that there's going to be him and Mayor Harris said there's going to be some legislation and resolutions that are going to be put forth that will implement some procedures that the city can have where they can have a little bit more control over what's going on at the stadium when it comes to big, huge events like this. Also, too, something else that's going to be implemented that both council people told me were that they want to create a decal driving system so that traffic won't be a hindrance for Miami Gardens residents. So they're trying to alleviate that as well. Because at the end of the day, with the new construction site coming to Miami Gardens, their new entertainment city center, which I'm really excited about because I feel like we've needed that for a very long time. And so as they're moving into the future to be this huge destination global city, it is important that certain systems are in place and that people in different entities coming into our community know that our residents are here, they live here, and it's a certain respect and boundary that we expect. Don't leave. I heard that it was trash all up and down to the Pollo Tropical up the street. Like they said the area was trashed. They said it looked crazy over there, like a ticker take parade. Like it was, they said it was tents and leftover bones and candy wrappers and all type of stuff left there from the people. I said, well, how the hell they got to the pollo? They said the pollo was dogged out. And I see y'all, Tammy and Tanya in the backstage. I'm about to bring y'all on, but that is the situation that we got to talk about. And then also too, I need people to understand with the type of control that Miami Gardens has with the stadium. That is not their jurisdiction. I think a lot of people get confused because it's in the city of Miami Gardens. I think before the city was even incorporated, that was something that was managed by the county. And so that remains under the county jurisdiction. So when things come to the stadium, they don't have to come and get permission from the city of Miami Gardens. They go to the county, they got to get permits and things like that from the city. But to have something there, that is not even something that the city of Miami Gardens can say yes or no to. They have to just figure out how to work best together. And so that is also something too that people have to keep in mind about who controls what, who allows what, who owns what. Um, great comment, Joely. I hope they get it together for the World Cup because this was a mess. It might be soccer football culture because Miami Marlins host sold out the World Baseball matches with tons of my people, and this never happens. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. This was not a breakdown. That was a weaponized ignorance because regulations don't ignore when it's used. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. So Tammy and Tanya, welcome to the show. Hey, y'all still with me? Y'all still with me?
Hey,
Hey, hey,
Hello.
hey, Tanya, you gonna have to show that camera. What's the show? What's the show? I gotta see that face. Let me see your face. Hey, hey.
I'm on there. Hold
But I don't
on.
see you. I'm gonna let you get it together while you getting it together. I want to come to Tammy and be able to talk to her about the situation because you're a Miami Gardens resident, you know,
I am.
and I want to know from you, what did you think of it? What did you think about the whole situation?
So I'm not gonna say everything. I don't want to be
Okay.
on. I don't want to be on watch lists and things like that. But but I honestly feel like okay. while no, Miami Gardens does not have jurisdiction over the stadium, right? You still have jurisdiction over your city, right? So the least you could have done was have police patrolling the area. When I tell you there was no police, there were
Mm.
no police. There were residents, plainclothes civilian residents, plainclothes residents, civilians directing traffic. That's not their
Wow.
job.
I
That is
heard
not their
that.
job. Like he could have got hit. That could have been a situation where he would have got hit. Then it would have been a whole nother thing. Then it would have been like, oh, that's not our jurisdiction. No, because that's literally right in Miami Gardens, right there by Norwood. So I get that, you know, the stadium is not your jurisdiction. However, it's still in your city. And I feel like just to show face to your residents, the people that put you in position, you could at least just say, as a little buffer or a cushion, hey, y'all go patrol the area. Because if you would have been patrolling the area, or if someone was in the area, you would have seen that there was no police. And maybe you could have called, say, hey, y'all, I don't know,
I
go
feel
get
like they
somebody
were
else, or
understaffed and underprepared. Like
oh,
I don't think
of
it
course.
wasn't even enough people to even patrol the entire area from what we saw.
No, definitely. But what I'm saying is there were absolutely no police. Miami Gardens, Miami Dade, Miami Lakes, nobody. There was nobody at at about 10-ish. And even up and through the whole day, people were showing that there was no, police presence at some point in time. Right? So the least that someone could have done was come out. And the other thing is, no one, and I get it, people are focusing on primary for August and things like that, but this will piss your voters off because no one said anything. No one made a statement. Everybody made statements about that other president, right? Everybody made statements about that, but no one came and made a statement about the people that's about to vote for you in a few weeks.
Good point. Good point. Well, we gotta keep
Now,
it locked because I know some legislation is coming to Miami Gardens City Council, I think next week. So I want to see what is addressed there. Maybe they were saving it for that, but you were right. When President Trump had the assassination attempt, we saw a lot of
everybody,
comments denouncing it. At the very least, I was expecting to see a comment saying, "We don't
absolutely,
condone this. We don't like this. This
absolutely,
is not." Yeah, and it made global news. So comments about
absolutely,
it and just denouncing it would have been something that I would have expected. So I'm really interested in why that wasn't done.
right.
Um, I got a 4:30 stop. Imma make them wait 5 minutes, but Tanya, before because we go here's the thing, y'all, we still gotta talk about Carol City versus Northwest not versus well, a little bit of versus, but there's a rumor out there that there may be a collaboration, so Imma come back on after I'm done with my, interview with the Miami Foundation, so y'all watch that. I'm interviewing a property appraiser. I'm doing a lot of election work and working with different groups, so Imma let y'all know about that, but I gotta hop up at 4:30 to do that. But I'm coming back for part 2. So this is part 1, y'all. Part 1, we talk about Copa America in part 1. Then we're gonna come back talking about Miami Northwestern versus Carol City, and then we're gonna talk about the Tyler Perry new movie. And then somebody been giving me the tea on some of these election signs, like somebody cut somebody's head off their sign, somebody stole somebody's signs, somebody vandalized somebody's signs. So yeah, we're gonna come back. We got some tea to talk about. But Tanya, I want to know from you because I saw in the comment. I'm really glad you hopped on that you said you wanted to give us a perspective from the Hispanic, Latinx perspective about what happened. So, talk your talk, Tanya. We follow each other. I see you around. Hey, girl.
Hey, hi, Janae. So I think overall, and I know I'm not the only Hispanic that feels that way, but we're really embarrassed. Let's just put it like that. Like,
Mm,
we're extremely embarrassed that this happened. Um, but my question is, and obviously I don't know, is um, soccer is relatively new to the U.S., right? Soccer is relatively new
That's
to the
true.
U.S. And I don't understand if people realize, and when I say people, I'm meaning officials, the police. the higher up people, they realize that even though in the game of soccer, it's not like football where you're jumping each other, it looks passive, right? It looks like a passive sport. However, the fans of soccer are not passive. They are very aggressive
Yes.
fans, okay? And I remember there was a case back in the early 2000s where several cases, actually, if you Google this, that when a soccer player, especially in Latin American or in Latin countries, South American countries, when they lose a game, they'll go back home and get killed by
I've
fans.
heard that.
Yes,
Oh
that
wow.
is
Mm.
that is absolutely true. So soccer to the fans is a very aggressive sport. So I am actually not I'm not surprised that we saw that type of behavior, but I am embarrassed about that type of behavior because I wonder if anybody from the higher up that was in charge of bringing Copa, since the FIFA is coming, called Colombia, called Argentina, called, any of these other countries to
Yes, like
say,
how do
hey,
y'all
work,
handle?
right, worst case
Exactly.
scenario, what does this look like for us in America? Because one, we're dealing with people that aren't necessarily from here. So,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
different culture, different mannerisms, different expectations. Their way of partying is not the way we party or we're used to partying.
Yeah.
So I just wonder if there was any, when we talk about DEI, right? Was there any communication with these countries to better
Right.
prepare? And that's it. That's my comment.
Yeah.
No, and I'm glad you gave us that context and that insight because and my fiance, he works in sports. So when I was telling him what happened, he's like, "Yeah, soccer fans, they're intense. Like when they lose," he told me the story about soccer players have gotten killed and stuff like that because if they
Yeah.
lose. So I'm like, wow. So like you said, I think it was underestimated. Or Joelle said in the comments, it was underestimated on what to expect. And I think all of
Mm-hmm.
us like you said, when you watching a soccer game, I think somebody else said that in the comments, like you don't think it's that intense, but it's the intense situation. So to see that up front, I think we all were like, wait, hey, they because here's the thing. I was like, and somebody made a good question. How were those people even able to get into the lot of the stadium without a ticket? But here's the thing though. If I go to Jazz in the Gardens, I could get in the lot without a ticket. I'm paying for my parking, but
That's
I
true.
can walk into the lot. So I don't think we were even thinking even that part of it because you're thinking, well, who
Right.
game and try to get in without a ticket?
Right, right.
That's
And
true.
today, just real quick, just for some context, I know you got to go. I was in a conversation. I was in a dinner with my sister-in-law's Colombian. I have a lot of Colombian friends. A lot of these
What's
people
your
that are coming
ethnicity,
from South
Tanya? If you
America.
don't mind me asking, sorry. What's your ethnicity?
I'm Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican. Okay.
Yes, but a lot of South American Latinos are used to living in war zones. Okay, they're used to what should have been at the arena, which is something we're not used to. And I travel to a lot of countries every year. Is literally cops with those machete gun looking things. I
Gotta
mean,
be that intense, Tanya.
that's when you travel to these countries right off the airport, that's what you see. I
Yeah.
mean, that is what you see. That's what should have been at the arena because they're used to this. They're used to a hostile, not just being in sports, but they're used to hostile environments where there's a lot of military around. They're used to living in
Mm-hmm.
war zones, gang related villages, population. So we're dealing with a whole nother, culture. Let's just put it like that.
That's true. It's the same thing for like Jamaica. Jamaica is really big for soccer, football.
Yes.
And that's what they see when you go in. You see the big military style guns and things like
Yes.
that. So I definitely get
Man, here's the thing. Before I let y'all go, as we wrap up part one, Tammy, and Tanya, Imma just mute you real quick. I think that's you got some feedback. W Oh, well, we lost Tanya, but, I wanna know from you. And Tanya, you can come back in the comments and let me know what you think. But soccer, yes or no at the stadium? Soccer on this
Hell
level.
no.
You ain't even let me finish.
Hell no. Finish your question.
That's what I was gonna say.
Hell
In the
no.
comments, let me know.
Hell
People in
no.
Miami, do y'all think
Hell
we should
no.
be holding soccer matches
Hell
of
no.
this level at the stadium? Yes or no? Let me know in the
Hell
comments
no.
because
We couldn't. People were held
that's right about them ticket
hostages
prices.
in their homes. People were held hostages because of where people were parking. Where, like, if
Mhm.
you can't control just the traffic,
Yeah.
we see you can't control the people at the stadium. So, a lot of logistics and strategy planning and things like that needs to take place. Hell no, nope.
I'm like
Y'all
this.
go out to the Keys or go to the homestead in the field somewhere and play out there. Don't bring that over here.
Oh, Tanya, I thought you were at the passenger, girl. Why you was driving and doing it? Girl, don't be getting me in
Lord,
trouble. Thank you for hopping on. I appreciate it, but definitely drive safely. I'll say this: if they could figure it out, then I'm like, yes, because that allows Miami Gardens, that brings revenue to the city. I see that, but if we can't figure out the logistics and how to
revenue
control
for
that,
who?
girl, that's don't get me in the
Oh,
part two.
okay.
That's part two. Okay, we
Oh,
gotta come
okay.
back for the part two because let's talk about it because
Mm,
you don't think the Miami Gardens residents benefited
girl,
financially?
how? We
Ooh,
wasn't out
child.
there
Ooh.
vending. We wasn't out there
Joelle said it.
selling
She said it's
nothing.
gonna happen regardless. That
I
money
know,
to be
yeah.
made.
Money
But
talk, bullshit walks. Oh,
oh child.
can I
So
say that?
wait,
Let me get off these people off your
wait,
internet.
wait, wait. So they be shutting down Memorial Day for the black. Yep, you right. The beach.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
You come on now. I want some Miami Gardens business, especially in that stadium corridor. We talk about 199, we talk about 27, we talk
Girl.
about a little bit of 441. Did y'all see a jump in y'all business? Did y'all see a
And
jump?
and Miami Gardens businesses, Miami Gardens residents. Did
Mm.
y'all see a jump? That's the question too.
Jump in their revenue for
Yeah.
or what you mean?
Yeah.
How the
Revenue. Did any of that, like, if you're a resident of Miami Gardens and you have a business, did
Mhm.
it affect your business in a positive way?
I want to know. Y'all, we got to wrap up part two. Tammy, I love you, boo. You know,
Love you.
thank you for coming on and always speaking facts. Thank you to everybody in the comments, giving the T, Taryn, Joelle, Tanya. Thank you for hopping on, boo. I hope you driving safely. Hey, mommy and best friend JJ in the comments. I see y'all and everybody watching. Y'all like, y'all share. I'm gonna do these from time to time like that, like to see. Not my property taxes.
That,
Okay.
oh
Um.
yeah, bye. Yeah,
Bye, y'all.
that
I'm gonna
part
see
right
y'all next
there.
time in a few hours. I'm gonna come back on here. We gonna do part two now. Part two. We gonna get into it. Thank y'all for always rocking with us. Head to hallonewsmiami.com. Get all the things. Follow us. Like, subscribe. All that stuff helps us. I'll see y'all for part two in a little bit. Thank y'all. I love y'all, and we'll see y'all in a little bit for part two. And bring y'all notes and bring y'all comments because the people need to see it. They be watching. They be watching. Bye.